I'm not your man. Give me my eyeholes. Please. Come on out of here with my eyeholes.
Don't worry about Jerry.
Jesus, that door opened hella fast. How many broken noses have these doors caused? And how many people have been sent to the hospital while in this hospital?
Everything wrong with interdimensional cable 2, ladies and gentlemen. The doors in a hospital open fast.
It'll stain if it gets on your clothes, and it'll send you into a murderous rage if it gets in your eyes or mouth.
Seems like this hospital would be doing everything it could to make sure Jerry couldn't projectile vomit that stuff on anybody. Or, at the very least, make sure anyone nearby was protected from him.
What do you suggest? The episode is making it clear that they're simply trying to get Jerry into a room as fast as possible, and they don't have any real way of preventing him from vomiting right now.
Hello, I'm Dr. Glipglop.
If Jerry is affected by the same mutant bacteria, why didn't he get sent into a murderous rage? And maybe Rick did something to Jerry where he didn't have to kill him, but why didn't he do the same for the doctor? Is it because hilarity?
Maybe it's because the original carrier of the bacteria doesn't suffer the same effects as all the subsequent carriers. That was an easy explanation.
What are you doing?
A sequel.
I don't understand.
Yeah, me neither. We pretty much nailed it the first time.
Acknowledging your premise is likely not going to be very good, so you can lower people's expectations and people can forget about the usual high quality of your work cliche.
That's not a cliche, dude. Just because you want it to be, doesn't mean it is.
Man versus car.
So every single one of these shows will be random and stupid in the hope of generating roughly the same number of laughs as the last time they did this, but they went with randomer and stupider for this one. I hope that when you told your friends about Rick and Morty, this wasn't the first episode you showed them.
Contrary to what he's saying, this episode actually has a very similar appeal to the first one for most people. What I'm saying is that he's claiming this episode is a major downgrade in quality from the first time they did it, but the majority of people don't dislike it that much.
I'm looking through your eye holes. Yes, look through my eye holes.
My boner is confused.
Jeremy says boner.
Also, we're about to find out that these eye holes are a breakfast cereal. Who the puts their cereal on their faces and has weird foreplay like this? Or is this the species where eye holes come from? This is an improvisational pretzel you're guiding me through.
The eye holes come from that species, as you just said. What's the problem with that? Seriously, in a show where there are literally infinite universes, why is this one strange cereal a sin?
Is that rope made of metal or is the skylight glass really thin? How the did that break the glass?
Because the cable is made of metal and the bottom of it was coiled. Next question.
I'm the only one that's allowed to have eye holes.
Right after this, Rick will say that this guy actually beats you up if you possess eye holes. So I have a lot of questions.
The next three sins are nothing short of pointless questions that don't matter and are really stupid, seeing as they are searching for logic in a show that's not supposed to be logical.
Shrimply Pibble's life can be saved if we replace his heart with your human penis.
After the scenario was revealed, a writer for House woke up in a cold sweat and yelled, "Why didn't we think of that?"
Jeremy makes a pop culture reference that isn't a sin of the episode cliche.
Also, while I'm listening to something hilarious, look at those fly wings. How are they on the outside of the lab jacket?
Because there must be holes in the jacket for this exact purpose? Obviously.
Beth and Summer are cruising their smartphones from an intergalactic hospital, and I'm wondering how any of that works. Does the alien hospital have Wi-Fi that connects to different planet technology? Are there satellites that transmit all the way back to Earth while some are texts?
I love how you pose a question and then give reasons why that question might not actually be a sin. You admitted that the hospital might have advanced enough tech to connect Summer's Earth phone to a form of Wi-Fi, so why are you still giving a sin for this?
How did I get here? It's that lady with the on her face like Worf from Star Trek that was getting coffee. How did she get there?
It is. It's the same woman. Infinite channels, infinite possibilities, but sure, why not have something happen to her on TV immediately after Morty noticed her?
Because having the same woman Morty notice creates a more intriguing phenomenon. Jeremy would suck at making television.
We need one Jan Michael Vincent to Quadrant C. We need two Jan Michael Vincents to Quadrant E.
Seems the main problem this world is having is that there are only 8 Jan Michael Vincents and 16 quadrants. The Jan Michael Vincent factory wouldn't send 2 Jan Michael Vincents to 1 quadrant. I'm clearly sending the fake movie and not Rick and Morty here, but where else am I going to put this sin?
So he admits that these sins are full of shit but still continues giving them? That's full of shit.
The show where somebody steals stuff must be a sham because that camera didn't follow Steely through the door. It panned over through this huge opening on the left side of this guy's office. So either this is a studio or Steely went through an unnecessary door.
This sin is priceless. Jeremy says that this reality show might actually be staged because of the studio-like setup, but then gives a sin for that. How does he not realize that Rick and Morty is making fun of real-life reality television by mocking the obvious staging?
All right, okay, now we're in the quiet, safe room where none of the people whose stuff I stole can get to us.
Yeah, but you literally stole a person you stole from. So where did you put that guy? Is he tied up somewhere in your house? What was the point of stealing him?
Jesus Christ. He admits that the guy might be tied up, but still gives a sin for the questions that resulted in that answer. As for the point of stealing the guy, It's for TV, dude. They do weird and crazy shit to get viewers.
Does the doctor have a framed picture of the anatomy of a human penis? Does the image change based on whatever he's researching, or is he just obsessed with all things?
It could be either of those options you gave, so thank you for disproving your own point yet again. It's like talking to a creationist.
We get a 1, personal space, 2, personal space.
This guy has 4 slides that simply say personal space. The other 5 slides, at the very least, say what you're supposed to do with his personal space, which is to stay away from it. I know this might be the point, but I find it hard to believe any dimension finds this entertaining. Also, this alien in the background is loving this countdown of personal space slides, and their enthusiasm is infectious, but it took them 7 slides to start getting into it, which I'm guessing is how long it took the animators to get into it.
Did you hear him say that he finds it hard to believe that anyone would find the show entertaining, but then in the very next scene he points out the alien who is clearly very entertained by said show? You can't make this shit up.
They measure the size of this alien splatter on the wall, then why is there a need for judges?
That's the point. We don't know. Sure, they're measuring the splatter, but there could also be other factors. The fact that we don't know how it works is part of the appeal.
Enough to pay for a brand new, state-of-the-art synthetic heart that will be even better than Mr. Smith's pathetic penis.
Wait, that was an option the whole time?
Yep, the A story? B story? I don't know what the f it is. It's even more pointless than the interdimensional cable shows.
Almost everything in this show is pointless, dude. It's Rick and Morty, not some kind of super serious drama.
Whoa, wait a second. Is that Medea in a Duck Dynasty show? I can't decide if I want to remove a sin or...
He goes on to add a sin before even finishing this sentence, so Jeremy sins something he likes, cliche.
Oh my god!
I'm a good person.
With a plan to what exactly? Stick your penis in the open cavity of a patient during surgery? How is this proving Jerry is a good person? I know he's an idiot, but is he this much of an idiot?
Yes, because the episode is showing us that he is, meaning he is.
You were shot like 50 times.
57. Thankfully, you're in a super sophisticated alien hospital, so it was basically like getting a splinter removed.
But replacing a penis-like structure for shrimply pibbles was too difficult for this hospital.
No, it wasn't too difficult. You know, because they were able to do it.
I mean, seriously, how do eye holes make any money? And this asshole traveled from another dimension to stop Jerry from eating them.
It comes as no surprise that the final sin in this video is yet another example of Jeremy trying to apply real-life logic to Rick and Morty. Stop doing that.
Don't you mouth off to me or I'm gonna slap you right in your penis.